But incompetency means, and incompetency can change too. You could be competent for a few weeks if you're on medication, and then you go off your medication, and then you're thinking that you're part of JFK's assassination, and you hear the craziest things come out of some of these people's mouths. Obviously, you can't assist me as a defense attorney. So in mental health court, basically, it becomes about trying to get that person back to competency so they can bring them back to a criminal division and then proceed. And if you if you're incompetent for a certain amount of time, eventually they dismiss the charges and they get you mental health treatment, So basically in these courtrooms, these people are going and getting treatment, and they're usually not wanting treatment. If anybody's had any experience with people that are, going through mental health difficulties, they generally don't want treatment. And they're lashing out at anyone that's especially if they're trying to help them, especially family members. Yeah. It's very difficult. Like if you go through a family member that's had mental health problems or a friend, it's probably one of the most challenging, difficult things you can go through. But this judge, so literally he has every day people coming in there that are like the things that happen in mental health court.
You remember the guy who draped himself in the flag and was standing in the middle of were you in there for that one?
Which one was this? Tell me.
Oh, this was back in 2006 or 2000.
What was it?
The guy would drape himself in an American flag and stand right when you walk in, how they have the church pews to each side. And he would just stand right in the middle of the aisle with the American flag over himself.
And he would do this. He would be when he would come into court.
Yeah. And he was one of the defendants in mental health court, and he would just stand there with the American flag on, and they'd be like, "Sir, could you please step to the side?" And he would eventually step over into the seats, but he would stay standing draped in the American flag. We called him Captain America.
How about the one girl that people thought she had Tourette's, but she was just mean as shit? She would just be screaming like, "F you! You guys suck." She just screamed the craziest things, and people were like, "Yeah, she has Tourette's." I'm like, "Nah, I don't think she has Tourette's. She's just really mean." What was it?
What you said? Because I lost it right after you said it. You were
God.
She doesn't have Tourette's. She's got a bad attitude.
Yeah, my God. She was bad. I had one client one time that they would bring him in, and he had it was a hockey helmet on. I swear to God. And he was in jail, so they would bring him from the jail with a hockey helmet on. And I'm like, well, what the hell is this about,
Yeah.
And they were like, well, he likes to ram his head against the wall. So, yeah, these are problematic points. But the point is the judge in that division, the patience that he shows is, these people were cursing at him, screaming at him. And he's like, well, sir, I understand that you're going through it. And just to watch someone that on the other end of the sphere of these bad judges can sit here and take that kind of thing, be patient, constantly be working on projects, that's something that's good to see.